Alam back on strike. The right-hander. This one down the leg side, looked like it might have just clipped the thigh. No run taken, and a dot ball. So he just tried to glance that one fine, missed the bat, caught the thigh, and some good work behind the stumps. Could hear as the bowler was coming in for that first ball the noise from the crowd. We expect to hear that for most of the night. As I look down the ground, it's a sea of people. This one falls, swung away outside the off stump, and it gets out to the backward point area. The fielder coming round picks up and fires the return back in, but it's Jishan off the mark. Scored a couple of runs from that one. Swung away again, high over the leg side. That's going all the way out there over the boundary, and a 6 in the first over to Bangladesh. A huge hit from Alam. This time the ball just pitched a bit short. He was onto it quickly and swung it away over the leg side for a boundary 6. A terrific start for Bangladesh. Just on the replay here, stepped into it right into the slot and out over the mid-wicket boundary for 6 runs. Just trying to retrieve the ball here, but what a start for Alam and for Bangladesh. They score 11 runs after 4 balls in this first over, of course, with the no ball on the first ball. Alam moves along to 9 off the 4 balls that he's faced. Rujan again, this one Fuller, driven in the air through the offside, got past the fielder there and goes all the way out to the boundary, this time for 4 runs. And it's a great start by Jishan Alam. He's had a good series so far, scored runs in the first match as well, and he's opened up very positively here. So the last ball of the opening over coming up. Rujan Dakal, left arm over again. This one's a better ball and just pushed away through the gully area. They pick up a single to finish the over, so after the first over it's a terrific start for Bangladesh. 16 without loss, and aided of course by that no ball off the first delivery. Alam 14 off 6, and Naeem Sheikh just the single off the only ball that he's faced. So it's going to be Karan to bowl first from the airport end of DXC Arena. Bowling right arm over, and Alam on strike. Full ball on the front foot, driven into the covers, well fielded, no run. So a good start from Karan on the length straight away. No chance to get that one away. Big swing this time, straight down the ground. It's all vacant there. And that one's going to run away over this fast outfield for another boundary 4. So Alarm racing along now to 18 from 8 balls faced. See again on the replay here, just had a bit of width and he just swung right through that one, straight back over the bowler's head for a boundary 4. Karan in again, this time just a push out into the covers. No run taken. Can hear the support from the crowd in the background and a bit of music coming out as well. It's a fantastic atmosphere here at DXC Arena in Darwin. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Some views there of the crowd. They're packed in over on the hill over there. Just fantastic to see. Really enjoying themselves. Perfect conditions here in Darwin tonight. This one full and just worked through mid-wicket. There's a sweeper out there on the leg side. They hustle through and complete 2 runs. So good running there. Off quickly and back for 2, and Alarm keeps moving along. Naeem Sheikh's only had the 1 ball to face so far. Alarm has dominated the strike and made full use of it. Currently on 20 off the 10 balls that he's faced. This one just pushed away, backward of point, and they're quickly off again for another single. So 5 balls gone in the over, 7 runs from it so far, and Naeem Sheikh back on strike for the last ball of the over. Karan again, full on off stump, just driven down to mid-off, no run on the for the taking there, and that ends Karan's first over, one that yielded 7 runs for Bangladesh, and after 2 overs, Bangladesh are 23 without loss. Jishan Alam, 21 not out off the 11 balls that he's faced, off to a flying start. So Gulshan to bowl from the Macmillan's Road end or the TIO Stadium end of the ground. No, it's not. Oh, it just worked away nicely. In fact, it's Nandan Yadav, the bowler, and that's just worked down to third man for a quick single. This one's shorter, outside off stump, just cut away, backward of point and timed beautifully. There's a fielder down at deep third man, but had no chance of getting around to that. And so Sheik gets himself his first boundary of the innings. And Yadav just straying outside the off stump a little bit short, and Sheik was pounced on it and put it away for 4. And done again, this time on the line, oh, off the outside edge. There's a fielder back on the ring there, didn't carry to him, but nice piece of bowling, finding the outside edge, and no run scored. This one in on the pads and worked away to the leg side. Taken one, looking for a second, but it's not on. Nicely fielded out there by Rijan, and onto the ball quickly, threw it back in and prevented the second run from being taken. Bit of a delay here. There's an issue down past the sight screen at the far end of the ground. Looks like it might have been resolved now. So Alarm ready to face now as Yadav comes in again. Driving on the up, almost a catch taken there, just picked up on the half volley, hit very hard into the covers, and Bertel there in the cover area, picked it up clean as a whistle, but just on the half volley, so almost a chance, but a good piece of fielding. So the last ball of this Yadav over. Oh, a big swing outside the off stump. Gets a little bit more bounce on that one and goes through to the keeper, no run scored. So a good over from Yadav. 6 runs coming off it. Just that one boundary earlier in the over. And after 3 overs, Bangladesh. No wicket for 29. So Karan to continue from the airport end of DXC Arena. It's full, hit straight down the ground. Didn't quite catch all of it. It's going to fall short. Nicely picked up. Good teamwork to get the ball back in quickly. But they do manage to complete 2 runs before the throw from Irie came in. So Sheikh Naeem Sheikh showing his intent there, hitting through the line of the ball straight down the ground. Didn't quite get it in the middle, but got it over the infield and able to come back for 2 runs. Oh, this time beaten outside the off stump. There's an appeal from mid-off, but obviously no touch on that one, but a good piece of bowling, managing to get it past the outside edge of the bat. Big swing again this time. It's a vacant area out here. It's going to go all the way over the boundary for 6 runs. And Naeem Sheikh getting in on the action now. A big swing from what was probably a good length ball, but just able to swing and get under that one, get it over the outfield and over the boundary for 6 more runs to Bangladesh. And this is a terrific start. Just watch on the replay here. He's dragged that from outside the off stump and easily cleared the boundary. So another big 6 to the Bangladesh total. Swings again, this time into the ground and fielded out there on the boundary. Good piece of work, fired it back in quickly and just the single taken. This one's short, pulled down, straight down into the ground. They've run the first run hard, looking to come back, or a bit of confusion. Eventually sent back and no damage done. So just a single there. That was adjudged to be a short ball over the shoulder, so the one allowed for the over. So 1 ball remaining in the over from Karan. It's full and wide and just squirted away on the offside, and it's raced over this outfield, reaching for it at ground level and smashing it through the point area for a boundary 4. And Karan a little disappointed with that one, has a wry smile on his face, but beautifully played by Naeem Sheikh, who just reached for it and got it in the middle of the bat out to the boundary. So that's the the end of Karan's second over. And you can see that after 4 overs, Bangladesh none for 43. This is a hot start from the Bangladeshis. And so that's the end of the first power play. And Nepal now permitted to send 3 more fielders outside of the inner circle. So that being the case, looks like we're going to go with spin here, Sandeep Lamashane. Just adjusting the field, making sure I get it right. And a slip coming into place as well, so looking to take wickets here. Lamashane full for the first ball, and it's just pushed away to deep mid-off and an easy single. Naim Sheikh down the wicket, just chips that one away on the leg side. They've run hard for the first one. Coming back for the second, the throw comes in. Diving in was Sheikh, but the throw was just a little bit wide of the stumps, and so he's made his ground safely. But good positive running from Bangladeshis here as they put the pressure on the Nepalese fielders. So it's a bit unusual here. I'm not sure why we're having a pause in the middle of the over for players to get a drink. Looks like some new gloves are being brought out. Perhaps they got a bit of damage in that slide into the crease. So you can see on the scoreline there, Naim Sheikh 21 off 11. It was Alam who made all the early going, had most of the strike, and now Sheikh putting his foot down and really elevating his score and the Bangladeshi total. This one's short, cut away through the offside. There's a sweeper out there. And the ball picked up and fired back in, just the single to Sheikh, takes him to 22. Alam 24 off 16. Full again, swept away through the mid-wicket area, but again, sweeper out there, picked up by Lokesh Baum, and the ball thrown back in over the stumps just for the single. So Lamashane coming round the wicket now to the left-hander, gives that one a bit of air. It's driven out through the covers and beautifully fielded out there. See the crowd getting excited over a dot ball with the ball hit straight to the fielder. Perhaps thought it was a catch. Coming back over the wicket now. Oh, that was the wrong one, and attempted sweep, but missed outside the off stump, and that ends Sandeep Lamashane's first over. A pretty tidy over with just the 5 runs being scored off it and finishing off with a couple of dot balls. So after 5 overs in the Bangladesh innings, the score is no wicket for 48. So there's another pause in play here. Looks like there may be just some grippo or something on the hands for Jishan Alam as he puts his gloves back on. So really a couple of pauses inside 4 or 5 balls here. Not really acceptable, and play should be allowed to keep moving as everyone's waiting around now. Finally, Alam's ready, goes back to take strike, and it's going to be a change of bowling again. This time, Dipendra Singh Airi will be the bowler. This one worked away off the leg stump into the midfield area. Good work from the wicket-keeper Asif Sheikh to get out there quickly and make sure that it was just a single scored. This one full on the leg stump, just dug out and away to mid-on. Irie does the fielding off his own bowling, but not before the batters get through for a single. Oh, beaten outside the off stump. That one went straight on from the arm and just past the outside edge of Jishan Alam's bat. Beautiful bowling. Oh, a big swing at this one. It's up in the air. There's a chance for a catch coming round. It was the bowler that had to chase after it, and he was always looking over his shoulder trying to find where the ball was. Couldn't set himself underneath it, and a let off there for Alam, who gets himself a single out of it. But again, a good piece of bowling from Irie, and really starting to put the pressure on the Bangladeshi batsman. Swing into the offside, but straight to the fielder, Gulshan Jar. Irie full ball. This one swung away straight down the ground. There's a fielder out here at long on coming around Nicely fielded by Karan. Gets the ball back in. 2 runs scored off the final ball of the over. So a pretty tidy over from Irie. Goes for 5 runs off his first over. Bangladesh advanced their score to 53 without loss after 6 overs. Lamashane coming back for his second over. Oh, big swing out onto the leg side. That's going all the way over the boundary. So 6 runs to Alarm. Really picked that one up and swung it away over the leg side from a half volley. Beautiful hitting. Sandeep Lamashane again. This time finds the inside edge, but it works away into the vacant area inside the circle, and they scramble through for 2 runs. So good cricket, good hard running. Some adjustments to the field. Now we're ready. Lamashane in. Sweep shot again, this time behind square. There's a deep backward square there to field it. Picked up nicely by Rijan Dakal. And he fires the ball back in. Restricts the running to a single. Sheik on strike. Swings high out into the outfield. Fielder coming around underneath it. Catch taken. First wicket of the match. It's Naeem Sheik that has to go. Caught out in the deep off the bowling of Sandeep Lamashane. And Bangladesh lose their first wicket with the score on 60. Sheik gone for 25 off 17. Just see on the replay there, the ball high in the air and beautifully positioned under it was the captain, Pordell, Rohit Kumar Pordell, and Sheik gone for 25 off 17. New batsman to the crease is Saif Hassan. Just pushes forward at this one. Gets something of an inside edge down behind square and gets off the mark straight away with a single. Saif Hassan scored runs in the opening match. Sandeep again. Just gives this one a bit of air. Good piece of bowling, just worked away down behind point. No runs scored. And that's the end of the over. A successful one for Sandeep Lamashane. And some success for Nepal in the field here. So bowling change at the airport end, and it's Kushal Bertel coming on to bowl. The wrist spin bowler, it's just pushed down to mid-on, the fielder coming in from long on. Airy restricts the scoring to 1 run. This one's short, oh, an outside edge, gets it away, fine, down to third man. A long chase down there, but it's going to be cut off inside the boundary. The throw comes back, just the 2 runs taken. So good fielding down there, good piece of bowling again, and Alam trying to hit that one through the offside, just caught the outside edge and ran away to third man. This one just pushed away into the extra cover area where there's a fielder. Bertel started pretty well here. A big swing high in the air again, could be another catch, running back. Oh, it's a difficult one and gets out over the head of Nandan Yadav there. So a half chance, but really difficult, running backwards as the ball was just kept going and going really. But Jishan Alam, just watch the replay here now as the swing, and was never really in a position to catch it as he tried to scramble backwards, but just out of reach over his head. And just a couple of loose shots coming in here from Jishan Alam now. This one a faster, flatter ball and beaten on the outside edge once again. Just worked away off the pads into the mid-wicket area. Saif Hassan was keen on a second run, but sent back by Alam. So just the single taken to end the over. So Kushal Bertel's first over, producing 6 runs, and after 8 overs, Bangladesh 67 for the loss of 1 wicket. See the Nepalese bowling card there, 2 opening bowlers at the top, the most expensive, and the others that have come in have just reined it in a little bit with some pretty tidy bowling. Run rate currently at just over 8 runs and over. So Nandan Yadav back into the attack now. And Alam to take strike. Swung away on the leg side, high over the mid-wicket area and clears the fence over on that city side of the ground. It's a magnificent hit. 6 runs all the way, so beautifully struck. And Alam moves to 39 from 28 balls. Had a bit of luck in the previous couple of overs. See the replay here, just picks that one up, swings it away over the leg side, and it goes a long way over the boundary line and over the fence for 6 more runs. This one punched into the covers on the offside, a bit of a misfield. They go for the run, a shot at the stumps. Would have been close, I think, but just missing, and Alam gets through for another single. So Alam just 4 runs away from a half century now, as Saif Hassan takes strike. See, the throw there is clearly out if the ball had hit, so a risky run taken. This one's short outside the off stump, smashed away down to third man. A beautiful piece of fielding just inside the boundary, and the throw comes in. Terrific work, so just kept that to 2 runs, but magnificent diving effort down on the boundary line there at deep third man. Yadav again. This one driven away backward a point. There's a sweeper out there, fields it. But they've come back for the second run, and Hassan now really starting to strike the ball nicely. He's only faced a few deliveries, but ball's starting to come off the middle of the bat. Ooh, tries to swing that one away over the leg side, misses, and off the back hip, runs away down to third man, just for a leg by. Umpire John Ganane trying to get the attention of the scorers as he signals leg by. And finally got there. Pretty good balancing on one leg from John. So Jishan Alam on strike on 46, facing Yadav. Oh, it's full right in the block hole, and that's a terrific delivery to round out the over. An over that saw 12 runs added to the Bangladesh total, and Yadav's figures now no wicket for 18 off his 2 overs. Yeah, umpire just having a word with Jishan Alam. It's had another drink brought out to him, and umpire Ahmad Khan just suggesting that the game needs to keep flowing. You can't just have a drink every over or two. Well, it's a good ball on the leg side, off the pad, I think, down to backward square. No, it looks like there was an inside edge on that one, so it's a single to Hassan off the bowling of Bertel once again. Down the pitch this time. Alam gets it away out to the mid-wicket area, a single only. As the ball fired back in. Just a change in the field, a fielder coming from the offside over to put some protection inside the circle on the leg side. Again, tight on the pads and just turned around the corner to backward square for a single. It's a fuller ball and smacked straight down the ground. Oh, a misfield there. Oh, just took his eyes off the ball. Was looking to throw it before he took possession down here in front of us, Karan, and unfortunately that's snuck through and gone over the boundary and brings up the half century for Jishan Alam. 51 off 33 balls. As I said, he's had got away with a couple, but all in all, he's batted really nicely, struck the ball beautifully, and you see this one smack straight down the ground for what he thought was going to be a single, and unfortunately for Nepal, it got through for the boundary. Now short ball pulled away out to the square leg boundary this time. It's fielded cleanly, but they come back for a second run. So one ball remaining in the 10th over, and Bangladesh at 1 for 88. It's gone high over the offside this time. There's a fielder coming round but too far away, and that one pitches just inside the boundary line and over for another boundary 4. So that's the end of the Bertel over. Went for 9 runs. He has none for, went for 13 runs, sorry, has none for 19 from his 2 overs. And at the halfway mark of the innings, Bangladesh 1 for 92 from their 10 overs, with Jishan Alam the main scorer on 57 not out. See the bar chart there, and the highest scoring over was the first one of the innings, but just got it Nepal got it under control a bit in the middle overs and just accelerated a bit in the last couple. Have Bangladesh. This one worked away backward of square by Saif Hassan for a single. Sandeep Lamashane bowling his 3rd over. bowled some good deliveries. It's been pretty tidy. It's one of those bowlers that just helped restrict the scoring a few overs ago. Gone for the sweep shot and appeal from the bowler, but umpire Ganane really not interested. I think he's been struck on the helmet here, and that's why the umpires have called for the medical staff to come in, attempting that sweep shot. Hopefully we'll be able to see a replay. Here it is. Down on one knee and yeah, just into the grill in his right jaw area. So just have a look at it, check him out and have a quick drink. Just checking to see that his vision's okay, bit of a concussion test. And just the opportunity to see some of the highlights of the innings so far. And a lot of those highlights will be with Jishan Alam hitting the ball out in the area of the boundary. Of course, at the top of the order, he was partnered by Naeem Sheikh, who had plenty of good moments himself on his way to 25 from 17 deliveries. This one was the wicket, skied high in the air and nicely judged, getting underneath that one. The only wicket of the innings so far. Jishan Alam just going through the final stages of the checks for his wellness. Of course, the wellness of the player is the primary concern, and looks like he's all good to go again now. Putting the gloves back on, and we'll be underway to continue this Sandeep Lamashane over. So we're back underway. Lamashane comes in. Again, an attempted sweep shot this time. Gets through to the keeper, and Alam just struggling to keep his balance and keep his feet in the crease. one shorter, punched off the back foot, but straight to the fielder. No run again. It's a tidy piece of bowling from Lamashane. Just the one run from 4 deliveries so far. Again, nicely bowled, just short of a length, and Alam unable to get that one away once again. So a very good over here from Sandeep Lamashane. See if he can close it out with this last delivery. Short again, punched away on the offside. Oh, it's got through. They go for one. Looks like they're going to come back for a second as the ball goes out close to the boundary. Thought about a third, but 2 only. But a very good, very tidy over from Sandeep Lamashane. 3 runs coming from it. He's now bowled 3 overs and taken 1 for 16, and really has been the pick of the Nepalese bowlers as Bangladesh advanced to 1 for 95 from their 11 overs so far. Dipendra Singh Airy back into the attack. And Saif Hassan just pushes that one back out on the offside. Just squirted out onto the leg side this time. And once again, the bowler having to do the work to do his own fielding and restrict it to just the single. He's out there like a flash. Airy. Full of energy. Short, swung away high over wide mid on cow corner, we colloquially call it, and it's gone all the way over the boundary line for 6. And Alam, who'd been struggling over the last over or two, just rocked back on that one, got underneath it and sent it sailing over the boundary for another boundary 6. Down the pitch this time, he's hit it high. It's coming straight at me. In fact, it's going over my head into the trees. And that's 6 runs again. Consecutive boundary 6s to Jishan Alam. And after being bogged down for a little while, he's managed to break the shackles and hit 2 powerful 6s. That one straight over long off. That was an incredibly powerful shot. Went into that tree. I don't know where it went from there. So a box of balls being brought out to find a replacement for the one that was hit long and into a tree behind me. It's either in amongst the tree or over the perimeter fence on the outside, but got a couple of people down here looking for it, trying to find it, but I'm not sure they'll have much joy. So the umpires have made a decision on the replacement ball, and players will get back in position, and Dipendra Singh Irie will continue. So it looks like he's elected to go around the wicket here, having conceded boundary sixes off his previous two deliveries. This one a faster, flatter ball and beats the batsman this time, so good tactical move coming around the wicket. In again, and this time just finds a leading edge as it squirts out to extra cover, and nicely fielded. So a good comeback from Irie to finish the over with a couple of dot balls, and Bangladesh after 12 overs are 1 for 108. So umpire Ahmad Khan signalling that this will be a power surge over, I think. Yeah, it is. So we see 5 fielders inside the inner circle. Just getting the numbers right. I think they've got an extra one in that they don't need to, and so now Karan goes back out to the boundary at backward square. It's a full ball on the pads and goes to Karan at backward square, just the single taken. And so the strike rotated, and Hassan back on strike now as Yadav comes back to the top of his mark to bowl the second ball of this, his third over. Full, struck on the pad, a big appeal. Umpire likes it and he's got to go. It's a terrific piece of bowling, full and straight. And Jishan Alam goes for 71 off 44 balls. It's been a terrific innings, but a much needed wicket for Nepal, and it just looked full and straight and going on to hit the stumps, and umpire Ahmad Khan was happy to give the slow signal that meant the end of Alam's innings. So the second Bangladesh wicket falling at 109 in the 13th over. So good piece of bowling, full and straight, and Alam a bit disappointed to get out, but he's done a good job for his team and got them off to a great start here at DXC Arena. The new player to the crease is Afif Hossain. Yadav coming round the wicket to the left-hander, the new batsman. Short and off. Just nudged over third man and down into the fence for a boundary 4 off his first ball. So good piece of batting, and the signal that that's one over the shoulder for the over. But Hussain just very calmly saw the short ball and nudged it over third man to get off the mark with the boundary 4. This one full and driven in the air over covers and smashed away over the extra cover boundary. So an enterprising start here from Afif Hussain. Boundaries off the first 2 balls that he's faced. He's come in very confidently. Yadav just hasn't got it right the last couple. This one's short again, just nudged over the top of the wicket keeper this time, and away for 3 consecutive boundaries to start his innings. What a start for Afif Hussain. Just out of the reach of the wicket keeper. The ball was in a bit tight to him, but still controlled it nicely and got it away for another boundary 4. So after getting that crucial wicket early in the over, Yadav has since conceded 3 consecutive boundaries. Last ball of the over. Oh, stepping away to the leg side, but the ball, I think Yadav tried to follow him when he saw him step away to the leg side, but just got it too wide and it's gone past the body, and that'll be a leg side wide. So another run added to the total, and Yadav will have to bowl that delivery again. This one full on the pad. Shake of the head from the umpire this time. They're often running, and there's a shy at the stumps. And leg by given, so must have been close, but not out was the decision of umpire John Ganane. So a leg by off that final delivery. Yadav's figures 1 for 30 from 3 overs, and Bangladesh after 13 overs are 2 for 122. So it's Rijan Dakal to come back into the attack. Bowled the first over of the innings, was quite expensive. He'd be hoping to tighten things up a bit from what he did then. With that leg by, Afif Hussain retained the strike. Hear the noise of the crowd in the background shouting their support enthusiastically. There's Duckhole. Comes in now, left arm over. It's swung away on the leg side, and that's going all the way to the boundary. There's no fielder out there, as I think we're in a power surge over with just two outside of the inner circle and both of those on the offside. So Hussain, 5 deliveries faced, 4 boundaries. See how he's moved across here to swing the ball to the leg side, and once it got through the infield there was no stopping it. So a change here. Long off has been brought up inside the circle, and we're going to have a boundary rider on the leg side in the area that last ball went to. This one wide outside the off stump, a full toss, but cut away to backward point. They're running. It's a mix up here. The throw comes in. Could be a run out. It's given. Hussain was, Afif Hussain was intent on going for 2 runs. Hassan was hesitant, and in the end that's been his downfall, as the Nepalese got the ball back in quickly, and it's a run out. So 2 wickets pretty quickly there, and it's a run out that was, well, no run outs necessary, but yeah, it was Hassan who hesitated at the other end before he committed to trying to complete the run, and came up short of his ground. So an important wicket for Nepal there, and Hassan has to go. Just see the replay here as the throw comes in, and relayed by the wicketkeeper. Great piece of work, and clearly short of his ground, and run out. So 1 run will be added to the score, and the run out. This one wide of the off stump. Hussain getting his bat over the top of it, but no run scored. New batsman at the crease for Bangladesh is the captain, Nurul Hassan Chauhan. But he's at the non-striker's end at the moment, of course. One full, driven down to mid-off. Another shy at the stumps there, but safely through for a single to Hussain. Jean Duckhole round the wicket. This one's short, dabbed around backward of square, and this time content with the single as Chauhan gets off the mark This one full, but wide and called wide, so an extra run added to the total. Delivery to be bowled again. If Hussain on strike. Scoops this one. It's a full toss. Scooped it over the wicketkeeper's head. Cleverly played. A boundary 4 to Hussain. And that finishes the 14th over of the match, of the innings. And one that saw the dismissal, of course, of Hussain, and by the run out. Just see the replay there, just cleverly played, no danger whatsoever once he scooped it over the top. Ooh, just Sandeep Lamashane. That one just about over the top of the leg stump, I think, as Chauhan worked across, tried to turn it down the leg side, but just a dot ball. So good piece of bowling, and Lamashane continues to cause the batsman some problems. This one on line and worked away backward of square leg. Fielder coming in fast, and keeps it to just the single. Scores on the screen, just getting up to date. So Hussain on strike on 22. This one short outside the off stump, cut away. Fielder's chasing. There's a boundary rider out there. It's Karan again, and restricts the scoring to just a single. So Hussain moves along to 23 off 10 deliveries faced. Oh, that's off the inside edge, I think, and run away down to fine leg. They've come back for 2, looking for a third. No, sent back. Didn't want to risk another run out at this stage. So good bowling again, but just off the inside edge and run down to third man. In fact, leg byes given. There was an appeal, but clearly missing leg stump that time. This one on line, and Chauhan just hurried into his shot there. So Sandeep Lamashane, 1 ball left in his spell. It's been very tidy spell of bowling. He has restricted the scoring, and again treated with respect, pushed away onto the offside, and Sandeep Lamashane finishes with the very tidy figures of 1 for 19 from his 4 overs. And after 15 overs, Bangladesh are 3 for 139. See the scorecard there with the openers getting Bangladesh off to a good start, and now Hussain and Shohan at the crease with the score at 139. So it's going to be airy to continue here from the airport end. Faster ball goes across the batsman, Shohan, and beats the outside edge. Similar delivery, but this time got some bat on it, nudged it away to short third man. They took the quick single. In the end, Hussain diving to make his crease. Big swing this time, out over the offside. There's a fielder out there. Kushal Bertel picks it up and fires it back to the wicket keeper. So just a single. Which brings Shohan on strike to face the fourth ball of this over. Tries a reverse sweep, but didn't get hold of it. A stifled appeal for LBW, but that one clearly pitching outside leg stump. Swing again off the outside edge. They go for the run again. The throw comes in. There's an appeal. Not out is the decision. Safely home. Had to be quick. That went straight to the fielder and got the ball back quickly, but Hussain was off and running quickly and made his ground. In tight on the legs again, worked away on the leg side this time. Just the single. So a good over from Dipendra Singh Airee. Just the 4 singles from it. And after 16 overs, Bangladesh 3 for 143. See the bowling card on the screen, and Sandeep Lamashane, the standout bowler, with that economy rate of 4 3/4, and Airee has really tightened things up as well. It's the fast bowlers at the top that have been the most expensive in the innings so far. Karan back into the attack. He's bowled 2 overs so far at a cost of 21 runs. Both his previous overs were from the airport end, now bowling from the TIO Stadium end. Just trying to get the field right here before the over starts. Looks like we're set now. And Karan will come in bowling round the wicket. Short and edged over the top of where slips would have been, running around fast. Oh, just getting his hand to it. Down here was Sandeep Lamashane, but couldn't control it, and the ball finds its way over the boundary for another boundary 4 to Hussain. It's been really productive with 29 from 13 balls. You see on the replay here, this one a genuine edge over the top, but very fine. And Lamashane got to it, but couldn't pat it back inside the boundary rope. And he just moves a little bit finer now as a result of that. Going again. This time the ball nudged into the leg side. They're looking for 2, but good piece of fielding in the outfield. Sees the ball picked up and thrown back in very quickly. And just the single scored. So, arms waving everywhere here as they try to get the field how they want it. Player comes up into the circle on the leg side and one goes out deep on the offside. This one's smashed high in the air, the fielder getting underneath it, catch taken comfortably, and it's the captain Chauhan that goes for 5 off 11 balls, and Karan picks himself up a wicket, and the crowd, the Nepalese crowd, enthusiastically cheering their team on as the captain Chauhan makes his way from the ground. Trying to hit out over the top, but just got underneath it too much, skied it in the air. The new batter at the crease, Mahidul Islam Ankon. And he'll take strike to Karan, who's just picked up his first wicket in the match. Works the first one away backward of point to the sweeper out there and gets off the mark with the single. Hussain back on strike. So we're nearing the end of the 17th over here, and Nepal have done a pretty good job of restricting the scoring after Bangladesh got off to a bit of a flyer. Oh, this one's short and well over the top of the batsman's head, and that one will rightly be called a wide. And of course, the one ball over the shoulder allowed for the over, but yeah, just way too short and way too high. See there that the ball was completely out of screen over the head of Hussain. Short again, pulled away on the leg side. There's two fielders down there. Racing across was Yadav, and he picks it up and fires it back in, but they come back comfortably for a second run. Hussain now on to 32 from 15 deliveries faced. So the final ball of Karam's third over. This one down the leg side, let to go past, but umpire Ghanane was happy that that wasn't a wide, with Hussain moving across his stumps and the ball close to the leg side line. So the end of the 17th over, Bangladesh 4 for 152. So it's Nandan Yadav back into the attack to bowl the 18th over of the innings. He's got three boundary riders out on the leg side for Ankon. Ankon works this one backward of square. There's a fielder there and nicely cut off by Karan. But they get through for a single, and Ankon scored a single off each of the two balls that he's faced in the innings. So three players in the deep on the offside, and just the two on the leg side for Hussain. Yadav swings this away into the leg side, but there's a fielder at regulation square leg that cuts that one off and reduces it to a single. Two singles from the first two balls of the over. Ankon back on strike. Short worked away on the leg side into the gap. They're pushing hard. Coming back for a second was well placed, and they come back easily for 2 runs there. Good cricket from Bangladesh. Ankon placing that one perfectly in between fielders in the deep. Short, worked away on the leg side again. Again, they're pushing hard on the first run, and they scramble back for the second as the throw comes in, diving in this time. But made his ground safely, and 2 more to Ankon. So of course a top end series like this doesn't happen without corporate partners and sponsors, and we like to acknowledge those partners through the broadcast. The major partners of the series this year, the Tourism NT, the Northern Territory Government, Northern Territory Major Events Company, Bet365, Airport Development Group, DXC Technology, Thrifty, Kookaburra, of course, who provide the cricket balls that we play with, Territory Sports Medicine, and Gatorade to keep the players hydrated. And for those of you in Darwin, there's free entry to matches tomorrow on Sunday at Gardens Oval, and the one game for the series that's being played at Jerry Wood Oval out at Fred's Pass. So it's a family day, free entry for everyone there, so get along, build up the crowds. 3 terrific matches taking place, 2 at Gardens Oval, 1 at Jerry Wood out in the rural area at Fred's Pass. So an opportunity to get out and watch some quality cricket for free. So play's resuming here after a short break, and that one right up in the block hole and dug out. No runs scored. So no boundaries so far in this over, as Yadav looks to close off his spell. So far 1 for 36 with 1 ball remaining in his spell. It's short, pulled away on the leg side, and just a single to be taken. Or the throw comes in and hits the stumps at the wicket keeper's end, but no danger done, and that's the end of the over. So Yadav finishes with the figures of 1 for 37 from his 4 overs, and with 2 overs remaining in the innings, Bangladesh are 4 for 159. Rijan Duckal back into the attack for the 19th over. Smashed away over the leg side. There's a fielder out there, straight down his throat, and the catch is taken. So Ankon goes. A great catch taken out in the deep. And another timely wicket in the 19th over. And Duckal gets his first wicket, but a beautifully judged catch taken by Gulshan Jah out in the deep. And Bangladesh lose their 5th wicket. See here, nicely judged catch, just moving around to his right and cleanly taken. So coming to the crease, Stifle Ahmed will face the second ball of this 19th over. Rujan Dukhal is the bowler. Picked up his first wicket of the innings. It's full outside off stump and played away down to backward point, and they jogged through for a single, giving Hussain the strike. So Hussain, 33 off 17, really hasn't had a lot of the strike in recent times, and he came in with a flurry, scoring boundaries off his first 3 deliveries. Smashed away this one, a short ball down to long on, but there's a fielder down there, and Rohit Bordell does the fielding, gets the ball back in nicely, and another single taken. Ahmed back on strike. A full toss again, this time smacked straight down the ground. They're running hard, coming back for the second as the throw comes in. Diving again is Hussain. He's done a bit of that tonight, but again he's home safely. And just gets up and brushes himself off. So it's 4 balls gone in this 19th over, and not too much damage done on the scoreboard as far as Nepal are concerned. Stifle Ahmed on strike again. 3 runs from 2 balls. Short, it's skied ball out onto the offside, running around, just falling short. They come back for the second, and that one just fell in the hole in between a couple of fielders and managed to pick up 2 more runs to the total. Dukhal with 1 ball left in his spell, and then it'll be the final over of the innings. A big swing, I think there's an outside edge there. There is a big appeal, and umpire John Ganane has no hesitation giving that one out, as Stifle Ahmed acknowledged and basically walked off, I think. So that's the end of the 19th over. 2 wickets falling in the 19th over, and a very tidy over from Dukhal, conceding only 6 runs. See on the replay here, a pretty thick edge as the ball went through. And the 6th wicket falls for Bangladesh, 6 for 165, with just the 1 over remaining now. New batsman at the crease is Mrityunjay Chowdhury. He'll be at the non-striker's end at the start of this over. And the final over of the innings to be bowled by Karan from the airport end. Had success in his previous over. Afif Hussain just walking away there, so dead ball called, and Karan will go back to the top of his mark to come in again. Nepal have done really well through the middle and late stages of this innings and restricted Bangladesh from what looked like being a big total. They've given themselves a real chance at a target to chase down. Comes in, that one's short and wide outside off stump. It's called wide, so not Karan's best, unfortunately, to start this final over. So the scoreboard ticks over by another run. Oh, again, he's pushed that one well wide. Looks surprised, but I don't know why he would be surprised. The batsman Hussain did step across to the offside, but that ball was very wide and correctly called for another wide ball. So still 6 balls to go in the over. This time in a bit closer, and Hussain liked it, swung through the line of it and over mid-off and out to the boundary for a boundary 4. So not the best of starts in this final over for Nepal with the 2 wides, and now a boundary 4 to Hussain, who moves to 38 from 19 deliveries faced. You see the replay here, was in a bit closer, and Afif Hussain liked the look of it, picked it up and put it over the top of the infield, running it away for 4 runs. Hussain again in the air through the offside. He's hit that one really powerfully out through the covers, and the boundary rider on the offside had no chance of getting to that. Just the single boundary rider out there. There's a deep third man who's relatively square, but they've gone with 3 on the leg side, and Hussain hit powerfully through the offside. Just a bit of a jab really, but right in the middle of the bat, and he's got consecutive boundaries here as the Nepalese think about what they should do as far as the field is concerned. Looks like another going out to deep mid-off here. 2 up inside the circle behind square on the leg side. Mid-on inside the circle and a cover. Oh, this time Hussain moving right across on the offside and trying to swing it on the leg side. And the best he could do was get it on the pad, and it runs away for a leg bye. So Chowdhury will be on strike for the first time with 3 deliveries remaining in the innings. .176 the score. The run rate at about 9 and over. Bangladesh, having won the toss, electing to bat first. Got off to a solid start, and Nepal have just been able to peg them back a little bit. Short outside the off stump, it's missed, and mishandled a little bit by the keeper, and they scramble through for a bye. So Hussain gets himself back on strike, and he'll be on strike for the second last delivery of the innings. Clearly we'll be looking to get to the boundary. If he can do that twice, he'll bring up a half century, but Karan will have other ideas about that. This time wide of the off stump again, drags it across onto the leg side, pushing hard for the second run. The throw comes in, goes to no one really, and through the middle of the pitch, so safely home for 2 runs. Hassan moves on to 44. Bangladesh 6 for 179 with 1 delivery remaining in the innings. So Karan with the final delivery of the innings. It's wide again, swung away, and over third man, it reaches the boundary. That's the end of the innings. It's a boundary 4 to Hussain to finish the innings. He finishes on 48 not out off 23 balls. Chowdhury, no runs off the 1 ball he faced, but they did scramble through for a bye off it, and at the end of the innings, we'll just see the replay of that last ball as it's a thick outside edge, away down to third man. And at the end of the 20 overs, Bangladesh finish on 6 for 183. Just go through some of the highlights here, and of course early in the innings it was Jishan Alam was the main scorer, scoring 71 from the 44 balls he faced. Naeem Sheikh opened the batting with him, and he added 25 off 17, and then Afif Hussain has finished it off at the end with 48 not out off 23 balls. So that's the end of the Bangladesh innings. Just a bit of a match summary there, shows that Alam, Hussain and Sheikh were the batsmen of note, and Lamashane with the best figures as far as the economy rate goes. Dakar picking up the 2 wickets, but Lamashane a very tidy 1 for 19 from 4 overs. And we'll be back very shortly with the Nepal run chase, trying to chase down the 184 required for victory.
Are you looking to hit your studies for 6? Make the move to Australia's Northern Territory and start a world-class partnership where your potential can glide through boundaries and you can rack up runs in places you've never imagined. Enjoy our laid-back lifestyle and help us build what's next. When this over is over, think about getting on a good wicket and consider studying in Australia's Northern Territory. Authorised by the Northern Territory Government, Darwin.
Visiting Darwin, Australia? Make your stay a winning one at Darwin Airport Resorts. Just minutes from the airport and a short drive to the city, it's the ideal base for travellers chasing sun, culture or the cricket. With 3 comfortable hotels, 2 inviting pools and 2 on-site dining options, everything you need is right here. Relax, recharge and enjoy the top end at Darwin Airport Resorts.
Welcome back to DXC Arena as we witness the start of the Nepal innings from the first ball. Just down the leg side. Must have been a touch on the thigh pad as we see Ripon Mondal opening the bowling here for Bangladesh. And taking strike on the first ball was Kushal Bertel. So a dot ball to start off. I'm joined in this innings by Carl Main. Welcome, Carl.
Great to be with you, Stu. Both sides here looking to claim their first win in this top End T20 Series. So there's a lot on the line in this second innings.
This one's short and just worked away down to third man. Nicely done. And there's a boundary for off the second ball of the innings, and can hear the Nepalese crowd really enthusiastically cheering here. And 4 runs to Bertel. So the Bangladesh innings got off to a bit of a flyer, and Nepal just pulled it in a bit, I think, and probably given themselves some sort of chance in this run chase.
Yeah, you'd have 180 as about par. We've seen 220 chased down earlier today by the Melbourne Stars, so Nepal will be right in this game.
So this one just pushed away on the onside, but good work from the bowler, Mondal, to get across there and chop it off. No runs scored.
So Nepal looking to bounce back from a 42-run loss to the NT strike yesterday. It's just been fantastic to see the amount of support from their local community here in Darwin, out in numbers again.
Plenty of Bangladesh support as well in the crowd, and it's, don't very often see the ground filled like this with spectators. It's fantastic. Mondal short, pulled away on the leg side. There's nobody out there, and that'll run all the way to the boundary for another boundary 4 to Bertel, and it's a good start for Nepal. 8 without loss in the first over.
Trying to make the most of the power play here. Only 2 fielders out for the first 4 overs. Trying to put pressure onto this Bangladesh attack early in the innings.
Kushal Bertel on strike again. Oh, this one's short and into the midriff area. Couldn't get any bat on that one, so another dot ball.
Bangladesh really struggled to contain the Pakistan Sheheens in the first match of the T20 series. Let them get away to 220 there, Stu, so they'll really be looking to be improving their bowling and take some early wickets. I think Sheehan's put on 118 wickets before they claim their first wicket in game 1.
Oh, this one outside edge flies away through where first slip would normally be. The keeper had no chance, and it races away to the boundary for a third boundary of the over. So a great start here for Nepal. 12 runs off the first over. So Hassan Mahmood to open the bowling from the airport end of DXC Arena. And it'll be Sheikh to face his first ball. And he just works it away down to third man. Just an easy single.
Mahmood, probably the pick of the Bangladesh bowlers in game 1, had the figures of 1 for 34 off his 4 overs, so a tidy economy of 8.5.
Yeah, that's right. That game, the Pakistanis really took to all of the bowlers through the game, so they'd be looking to tighten things up a bit from what they produced in that first game, but they certainly provided some entertaining cricket as well. This time driven in the air, into the covers, and the catch taken. So just smashed away on the outside. Bertel opened with 3 boundaries in the first over, and he's gone again aerial, and this time straight into the hands at cover point. And off he goes, and Nepal lose their first wicket.
Started so brightly there, Bertel. He would have been looking to capitalise off that first over, but a full uppish drive. Cover point was up in the ring, easily held, and that's the first wicket for Bangladesh.
Yeah, walking off now, you can see he's disappointed. Had the bright start, but just tried to pick off a little bit too much there.
And that wicket brings Lokesh Baum out to the crease. The first drop for Nepal. Made a duck in game 1. Caught by Tom Andrews off the bowling of the off spin of Matt Hammond. So he'll be looking to open his account for this top end T20 series.
And Mahmood picks up the wicket with his second ball. Now has the new batsman. Oh, and beaten outside the off stump. It's a good opening from Mahmood here. Lokesh Baum just feeling for that one a bit. Got away from him outside the off stump.
Plenty of energy from the Bangladesh fielders. They're really buzzing, throwing the ball around. Still inside the power play. We've got a deep third and a deep fine leg, so both deep fielders behind the wicket. Mahmood tries to find a bit of bounce and shape with this new ball.
This one wide outside the off stump, and has a swing at it, but it's called wide. It's probably marginal, but wide ball called, and another run goes on the total.
Almost a little bit half-hearted from Baum there. He's had plenty of width. If you're going to swing, swing hard, I think. No slip in play. There's a sort of gully-ish, fine gullish. I think if you get the width early in the foul play, try and go after it.
Yeah, we've seen that in other games. Players not afraid to go over the top. This one's short and not short enough to be called a wide, but of course the one over the shoulder allowed for the over.
Good signs for pace and bounce in the pitch though. We've seen a lot of runs scored today at DXC Arena, so batters are trusting the ability to hit through the ball.
Yeah, and the outfield's so fast. Once it gets on the ground and through the inner circle, it races away to the boundary.
Slopes away as well at the venue here.
Oh, struck on the pad this time. There's big, confident appeal. But umpire John Ganay not moved by that one. And it'll be the dot ball only hitting across the line there. And it's a big shout.
Yeah, the keeper, Hassan Shahan, really liked it. Getting down and just leading with the umpire.
Ooh, it came back a long way, didn't it? Off the seam.
Does it fractionally hit him outside the line? Maybe I'll
possibly
give credit, but certainly shaped that one back in with the in-swinger. Well bowled, and Baum just looks under a little bit of pressure here. A couple of play and misses. Strong shout there. Ducking his first innings in game 1.
This one an outswinger and off the outside edge, away it goes, down to the third man boundary, but a bit unlucky there, Mahmood, but a very impressive over. He's moved the ball more than I think I've seen anyone move in the series so far.
Yeah, great shapes from Mahmood, and yeah, a little unlucky Bangladesh. I think that's the third boundary now that's gone down to third man. Just saying that there's so much value for shots for the batters with this fast outfield, but perfect bolt-up seam there.
Yeah, good shape, but through the gap and away for 4. So bowling change here. It'll be Chowdhury, left arm pace bowler, to come on from the TIO Stadium end of the ground. And this one's down the leg side. It'll be called wide. And the Nepalese supporters cheering for every little thing that happens.
Every
here.
little run. That target of 184, they'll be riding it the whole way. Don't you worry about that. Plenty in the stands here. As we enter the third over of the power play. Deep square leg and deep third. 2 fielders out. Slip in play.
This one better line and nicely fielded. Oh, the throw was a bit wild. That gave the wicketkeeper a bit of work to do, but no damage done. And of course, the wicketkeeper for Bangladesh is the captain, Nurul Shahan. Chowdhury again. This one worked away on the offside, taking off for a run, and the throw comes in, hits the stumps. I think he was safely back in his ground. The enthusiastic appealing once again, but terrific piece of fielding, and it was Sheikh who was trying to grab the quick single, but wisely sent back by his partner, Lokesh Bam. This one short, swung away over the leg side, and that'll make its way to the boundary as well. The fielder in the deep there was a lot squarer, and so it was well placed backward of square and out for the first boundary of the innings for Sheikh. He moves along to 5.
Chowdhury just straying onto the leg side there, that wristy sort of shot. Plenty of room out there with the field still up inside the power play. Bangladesh were able to make 43 off their first 4 overs.
This one outside the off stump, tries to angle it away towards point, but didn't get anything on it. And a couple of deliveries to come in this third over. This time worked onto the leg side, forward of square. They're off quickly, coming back for the second run, and they'll make that comfortably.
Chowdhury going wicketless in game 1, so he'll be looking to open his account for this 2025 top End T20 Series.
Chowdhury online on the off stump, and it's just played away on the offside to end the over. So 7 runs coming from the Chowdhury over, and after 3 overs, Nepal 1 for 25.
The required run rates tick over 9.3 at the moment. 1 over remaining in the power play. Stewie, expecting that they might try and capitalise here?
Yeah, you'd think so. At the same stage, Bangladesh were none for 29, and they had a pretty productive first few overs. So Nepal are right in the game as long as they don't lose wickets in a hurry, I would think. That'll be the key.
Yeah, you're right. Bangladesh were able to take 14 off their 4th over, so I'm sure Nepal would take that. As we see some slight changes to the field. You talked about the swing that Mahmood was able to get in his first over. We've got almost 2 slips now, separated by a couple of metres.
This one short outside the off stump and smashed away through the covers. It's going to go all the way to the boundary. And yeah, that one just a bit too short. And taking full toll on that one was Lakesh Bam.
Yeah, short and wide from Mahmood there. He's brought the extra slip in play, probably looking to get the ball up there and bring the edge into play. Just slightly dragged it down, and Bam was good enough to find the middle of the bat and find the gap.
Just sat up for him really, didn't it? And all he had to do was find the gap. This one full on leg stump and driven straight down the ground, and can see what I mean by the way it rockets away to the boundary once it gets past that infield. And consecutive boundaries here to Lakesh Bam. And in the last over of the power play, Nepal really making hay.
I think that's the shot of the innings for me so far, Stu. Lovely on drive, great balance. Just timed it back past the bowler, and as we said, this outfield just slopes away. The fielder would have thought he was a chance, but the ball almost quickened up and just clattered into the fence for 4.
Yeah, just got an injury here in front of us chasing that ball. It's Afif Hussain, just might have rolled an ankle or something, and he's just come off and been replaced on the field. Wasted very little time doing that. There's another smash straight down the ground. Didn't quite catch that one, and coming across and fielding the ball was the substitute fielder in Naeem Hassan, that is.
Three balls remaining in this power play. Sheik to take strike.
Mahmood short of a length again, and just knocked back down to the bowler. Full again, swung over the top. That's going to go all the way over the boundary line, over extra cover. Just picked it up, swung through the line of the ball and all the way over the boundary for a boundary 6 to Sheik, who's moves along to join Bam on 13. But a beautiful shot. Muhammad Asif Sheik just hit through the line, didn't he?
Yeah, beautiful timing, just trusted his bat face. Knew that if he timed it, he could clear the infield and the ball would race away, and it went all the way.
This one full in the block hole and dug out to end the over. So bit of a mixed bag that over. Boundary found 3 times. In between there's some pretty good balls. So a good over for Nepal to end the power play, and they are 1 for 40 after 4 overs.
So tracking along well at 10 runs per over. They'll have some decisions to make later on when to take that power surge. So 2 overs remaining in the innings where the batting team can call to have only 2 fielders out.
So this time driven through the covers. There's a sweeper out there now, and just the single scored as it's Rakibul Hassan who's come into the attack. This time worked away behind point and well run. Took off quickly as the fielder Naeem Hassan had to dive away to his left to save that one. And rotating the strike early in the over. Sweep shot from outside the off stump. It goes away nicely fielded just inside the boundary line there on the bounce and fires it back in.
Rakibul Hassan opened the bowling in game 1, but in this innings has been left to have a bit more protection with the field spread now outside the power play.
This one's short and cut away down to deep backward point. Fielder onto it quickly, fires the return back in. Just the single. So 4 balls this over, 4 singles. It's pretty tidy stuff from Rakibul and well supported in the field so far. This one on the fall, straight to the man at cover inside the circle. And it's Lakesh Bam just looking to get on with it a bit. But he has to go for 15 off 10 balls faced. And Nepal lose their second wicket at 44.
Change in bowlers has done the trick there. Rakibul Hassan just bowling into the wicket. Bam trying to free his hands to hit over cover, but hit straight to the fielder. Clean catch. And a promising partnership comes to an end.
Yeah, they're going along pretty nicely, and that was, as we said, that's the danger. If they start to lose wickets, then the chase becomes that much harder, and I guess that's the advantage of batting first, getting the runs on the board, that the pressure of those runs on the board sometimes get to the batsman. Oh, this one nicely past the bat, reaching forward. It's the captain that's come to the crease at number 4, Rohit Kumar Pordell.
Tidy start from Hassan there. Previous member of Bangladesh's 2020-2019 World Cup winning squad and took a hat-trick against South Africa in that campaign before making his T20 international debut against Malaysia in 2023. So he has played the high levels of cricket before, and no doubt his experience will be important as we go through this match.
So Tofel Ahmed coming in to the attack now. Oh, that's hit him on the pad. Not much of a stride forward, trying to work the ball to the leg side, but not out the decision. Good shout though.
Mid-off and cover, point inside the ring.
Again, this one angling in and worked away on the leg side. They're hustling to come back for two and in the end make it comfortably.
Well run between the batters there. They'll be looking to form this next partnership. Try and get that score up to around 100 or so after 10 overs with wickets in hand for that power surge, which is still to come.
Again, angling in from outside the off stump and worked away out to mid-wicket. Single taken. Now the captain on strike again. Pordell. This time worked through the offside, gets past the fielder at point inside the circle, but picked up by the sweeper out there inside the boundary and just the single scored.
Pordell off the mark, scored 23 off 21 in game one before being dismissed, trying to lift the run rate in chase of the 177 set by NT Strike.
This one swung away down to long on. There's a fielder back there. It'll get to him on the bounce. So just the single again. And it's a pretty tidy over, although the ball's been swung out near the boundary. It's all gone straight to fielders on the bounce, and it's going to be got one ball left in the over. Just 5 runs conceded so far. This one beats the outside edge of the batch. There's something of an appeal, but I think they're just pretty happy to get the dot ball in the end, and so 5 runs coming from Ahmed's first over, and after 6 overs, Nepal 2 for 49.
Just looks like a great cricket wicket, Stu. Looks like there's pace, a little bit in it for the quicks if they're able to get the seam bolt up right. We saw a little bit of spin in the first over from Hassan, so there's something in it for everyone.
Yeah, I went out and had a look at it before play started today, and plenty of grass on it, but it's hard and yeah, terrific. Obviously, the scores from the earlier game indicate that it's a good pitch to score runs on. This time, just nudged down to mid-on, and a single taken as Rakibul Hassan continues here in his second over. This one nudged away on the leg side. They're looking for 2, but it's not going to happen, just the single. So Hassan with 1 for 4 in his first over. It's been very tidy so far. This one just struck away through the point area out to the offside, straight to the sweeper out there. So at the moment, Nepal progressing in singles as they try to build this total and give themselves a chance at chasing down the target of 184. Well, big swing this time, just held that one back a little bit, I think, and a bit slower, and the swing missed and missed the stumps. So a dot ball, clever bowling from Hassan. So nudged backward of point, and Pordell was keen to take off for the run, but it was well protected behind point there and sent back wisely. This one wide, outside off stump, that'll be called wide. I think anticipating that Pordell was going to reach out and try to smash that one away. It's an appeal for caught behind here. Pordell's saying I didn't touch it. Umpire didn't think so either, and I'm not sure the Bangladesh were really that convinced that it was out.
Stu, that run rate required hanging around 10, just ticked over. What do you think they'll be comfortable chasing in the back end of this innings?
Yeah, I think just about every game I've seen in the series so far that the bowlers really tightened it up in the middle overs, and a lot of it's been with the spin. So, you know, I think that one's just pushed away for another single. I think, you know, if they can tick it over, and they wouldn't want to be scoring, wouldn't want to be needing to score more than 100 off the last 10, I wouldn't think. So, yeah, it's they're 130 off the target now, so need to really start pushing it around and finding the odd boundary. On the scoop here, it's gone high, straight over the wicket-keeper's head. I think it's one bounce over the rope, so there's the boundary that they were looking for. Cleverly played by the skipper Pordell, and he gets his first boundary of the innings.
I was just about to say it. 2 off 7 is probably starting to feel a little bit of run rate pressure, but brings out the scoop, showing his ability to hit 360, and that just releases the pressure and the shackles on the captain Pordell.
Just see the replay here, in position early and got his head out the way, scooped it beautifully to the vacant area. Oh, this one, a bit more bounce on that one, a bit short of a length, and Pordell just trying to cut it away. Got a bit high on him over the bat.
I think you've been right, Stu. Spinner's played just a crucial role through the middle overs so far. Bangladesh just using the one spinner of Hassan so far, so I'm sure that they'll have more that they can go to.
Again, trying to cut that one away and beaten outside the off stump. It's a good comeback from Ahmed after that scoop shot 4.
Almost a carbon copy there, just a little bit cramped for room to cut. Looks like he's trying to beat that backward point. Maybe taking off too much there, Pordell.
That one coming back in at Pordell, and the best he can do is find the fielder there. So another dot ball, and we see, as we have done throughout, the towel coming out to try and keep the ball dry. Of course, around this time of night, the dew starts to come in a bit.
I think the Australian players who were here for the T20 internationals recently said it was the most dew they've ever experienced on a cricket ground.
Yeah. It comes in pretty quickly once the sun goes down. He gets this one away, and beautifully placed and timed, and that's what he's been, I think he's been trying to hit the cut shot a bit harder off the previous balls, and this one just waited back on that one, angled it down, and let the pace of the ball work off the bat and all the way down to the boundary at third man.
Yeah, great adjustment by Pordell there. Missed out a couple of times by trying to hit the ball too hard in front of points, but then just glided that one using the pace, found the gap, and the second 4 of the over, 9 off. Ahmed now has the figures of none for 14 off 2. Nepal is 2 for 62 off 8.
This one pushed down to mid-off. They're off quickly for the single. And
Ripon Mondol comes back to the crease for his second over. Opens the innings earlier today.
This one's short, hooked away. It's gone high in the air. Fielder coming round, diving in the end to take it. I think he has taken it. It's Chowdhury that had to make a lot of ground and in the end had to dive to take the catch, but nicely taken. And the captain, Pordell, goes for... No, it's not. In fact, it's Sheik who's just trying to catch up with the scores on the screen here. But the third wicket has fallen. We just see here it's a short ball trying to pull it away, and gets it high on the bat and high in the air, and it's Pordell that's gone. Good catch in the end.
Well done to Mondol coming back into the crease. Just looked to beat for pace a little bit, got cramped with that pull shot, hitting low to high. All he was able to do was sky the ball to about the ring field, and well held as the fielder took good ground in his last couple of steps.
Yeah, and without the risk of repeating myself, this was always the danger, wasn't it? That start to lose wickets. They're 3 down in the 9th over, and at the halfway mark of the Bangladesh innings, they were 1 for 92. So they had wickets in hand to build the score up. This one's short, nudged away on the offside, no run there. As new batsman to the crease, Kushal Mala.
Kushal Mala top scored in the first game, scoring 34 off 26, so he'll come to the crease with a bit of confidence and form behind him.
Mondol again, and pushed away on the offside. Mala looking to get the single, but sent back.
Looks like Mondol just running his fingers over that one, trying to use the cutters to get any sort of variation or changes out of this flat DXC wicket, which has produced a lot of runs today.
Yeah, it's such an important weapon for the bowlers, isn't it? Just to be able to change things up with pace off and pace on, and different variations, both fast and spin. Good line and length again, and this one just pushed up to mid-on. Again, no run, so...
And it happens quickly, doesn't it, Stu? Nepal's just in danger of falling right behind the rate here. We were talking at it being at 10s and probably comfortable, but 1 over of a wicket and 1 off, and suddenly you can start to the scores looking a bit alarming.
Yeah, that's right. It's a really good over for the Bangladeshis as they just swing a couple of changes. Fine leg comes up inside the circle, and mid-wicket goes out. Short ball cut away this time. Got a good piece of that. That's raced away to the boundary. So Mala will be a lot happier with that, having struggled off the first 3 balls he's faced to get him away, but that one was in his zone and he's smacked it away behind point for 4.
We said that he might come to the crease in a little bit of form with a 30 in game 1, and that absolutely rocketed. He could not have timed that any better. A bit of pace, a bit of width from the pace of Mondol, and got on top of the bounce and flayed that away to the point boundary.
So Tofel Ahmed back in the attack from the airport end of DXC Arena. outside the off stump. This one driven hard to the fielder at point. Slight misfield allows them to get through for the single. So Asif Sheikh gets off strike and takes his score to 24 from 21 deliveries faced.
Stu, are you a believer of taking the power surge early or trying to take it as late as possible?
Yeah, well, you want your best players to be able to take advantage of it. So if they're striking the ball well, I think that's probably the clue. But yeah, if you can take it earlier and take a bit of the pressure off yourself, maybe that's the best option. But we all know as well that in the power play, the power surge, people think they have to score runs and wickets can come as well. So
yeah, we saw that in the earlier game at TIO. Perth Scorchers were absolutely cruising, decided to take it and brought the Pakistan She-Hounds back into the game.
So this one driven hard out to mid-off. A misfield again, gets through, so they'll run, they'll come back for a second, might even push for a third here. It's picked up. The throw comes in and prevents the third run. But yeah, with when he hits the ball, he hits it hard, doesn't he? Marla. That one, not much more than a push to mid-off, but it flew off the bat once again.
Looking strong and confident at the crease in his first 5 balls.
Again, just the timing, beautiful. This one fielded and they're able to jog through for a single. Certainly, I would think that Nepal would be hoping that these two can stay at the crease for a while. Both look to be in pretty good form, so if they can hang around for 6 or 8 overs, it'll give them a big chance. This one on the leg side, worked into the infield. They're pushing hard, coming back for the second. The throw comes in. It's going to go all the way past, but
Marla dived to find his ground.
Stayed on the ground, and because after the throw went past the stumps, there was a misfield from the player backing up, so probably could have easily pinched a third run there. This one driven straight down the ground, this time straight back past the bowler. The fielder from long on coming around. It looks like he's done himself an injury here, and so some help needed, and they take the advantage to come back for a second run. But in a bit of trouble there.
It might be Rakibul Hassan. He's definitely called for the attention of the trainers. Not sure if it was a hamstring or as he just tried to bend down to collect that ball. Looks to be in instant agony.
Gee, they'd be hoping that he's all right and can get back on the field, because he's an important bowler for them as well. But you see him limping away here. He's going to leave the field at least for a little while.
That will be the second substitute fielder, will it?
Yeah.
We've already lost one. I'm not sure if they returned or not, but
No.
could be in the wars in the Bangladesh dugout down there. The medical team will be doing their work.
It was Afif Hussain was the other one that went off the field. I'm not sure that we've seen him back. This one outside the off stump, a swing. He's given out, caught behind. So didn't seem to be much of an appeal around the ground, but maybe just the bowler and the keeper. But a fine edge and through to the keeper, and Mohammad Asif Sheikh is gone, caught behind. Batted pretty well, 28 off 24 balls, but that's a wicket that they really couldn't afford to lose. Just look on the replay here. Just down near the toe of the bat, wasn't it? So
wide delivery, throwing his arms at it. It wasn't full enough to get on top of the bounce. A little edge, neatly taken by the keeper. Paul lose their 4th wicket just as they were starting to regain some ascendancy. 75 at the halfway mark with 10 overs gone. So we're waiting for the new batter to join at the non-striker's end. Kasul Mala on strike. He's the key for Nepal now.
this one just nudged into the onside. Run the first one hard, but not able to come back for the second. New batsman at the crease, Dipendra Singh Airy.
Stu, I've found some stats on Kasul Mala. Holds the record for the fastest T20 international century with 34 balls in the 2020 Asian Games against Mongolia.
Wow. This one worked away on the leg side. Just the single though. Fielder coming in off the boundary. Rockets the return in on the bounce.
And that's the only record he holds. At 15 years, is the youngest male cricketer to score an ODI 50. That was 50 off 51 balls against the United States.
Well, he's got the potential there this time. Leans back and pushes it away to long off, and they scramble back for the second throw. Comes in, hits the stumps, but he's safely home. And yeah, well, clearly he's the player that they need to hang around and elevate the scoring, put the pressure on the Bangladeshis.
And it's such an important aspect of this T20 top end series, the emerging talent and the aspiring nations trying to show themselves on this stage.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I was at the Chicago Kingsmen's game yesterday, and they had a good victory, of course, but most of their players over 30 years of age, and with lots of international experience around the world, or coming from around the world, and you know, their opponents very young, of course, academy players. So interesting mix, but it works really well, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely, and I think we're seeing with the inclusion of cricket in the Olympics and an expanded T20 World Cup that we're just going to see more of these nations playing cricket, loving cricket, and hopefully having long, prosperous careers.
So that one driven into the covers, chopped off. So the end of Hassan's over, a tidy one again, just the 5 runs from it. So he's bowled 3 overs with really impressive figures, 1 for 13. And Nepal starting to get under a bit of scoreboard pressure here at 4 for 80 in their pursuit of 184.
As we see some fantastic scenes, another incredible turnout from the Nepalese, Bangladesh, and the multicultural community in Darwin. It has one of the highest representations of people born outside Australia, and they're fanatical about their cricket, Stu, and it's fantastic to see.
Absolutely is, as Saif Hassan comes into the attack. Some more spin bowling, which they'll hope can continue to put the pressure on the Nepalese batsman. Oh, big swing, but just jammed it into his pads, and it trickled away on the offside.
Yeah, I think we've just sort of seen the first lull from this crowd at the moment. They'll be looking for Mala to bring some fireworks back.
And the off spinner around the wicket just fired that one in, and pushed away again on the onside. Oh, is that a drop catch?
Might have hit it into his shoe or hit it into the ground. Missed the outstretched arm of the wicket keeper.
Round armour that time, and it's in the air. Oh, it just spills out and they scramble through for...
Always challenging when you're batting and you face consecutive dots in a T20. You start to feel the pressure, the hands get a bit more tense, and is he going to look for a 1 or a 6 to try and relieve the pressure?
Bit of a round arm action once again, and Kushal Marla just struggling to get him away.
Yeah, we're a ball away from a maiden here, which is not what Nepal need at a required run rate of over 12 runs per over now.
This one he manages to nudge down to long on and saves the maiden, but just the 1 run from the over. A terrific start from Hassan. And Nepal, after 12 overs, 4 for 81.
Just as a comparison, at the same over mark, Bangladesh 109, so they're well behind. I think they'd have to consider about taking the power surge just to try and get some momentum back in this run chase. Otherwise, they're falling a long way behind and leaving a lot to the tail end of this innings.
This one short, nudged into the onside. They run hard for the first. They'll come back for 2, and they'll make that comfortably. So good cricket. Just took some pace off the shot, got it into the gap.
Good to see Rakibal Hassan back to the bowling crease. Looks like he's overcome that little niggle to his knee that we saw earlier.
This one smashed straight down the ground. Fielder coming across. Oh, terrific effort down there. It's Naeem Hassan, the substitute fielder, diving across and I think he's on the ground boundary.
I think he's on the ground too now, Stu. So it's contagious for the Bangladesh fielders at the moment. It was a great stop. It definitely saved 2 for his team. He doesn't look in a good way.
No, he doesn't. So a bit of a pause here in the proceedings as he gets some medical attention. Just having a look at the replay of that wicket, the caught behind wicket, and yeah, he's got a bit of a guilty look on his face, hasn't he? So it looks like he's going to leave the field, Naeem Hassan. And we'll get another substitute fielder in again.
Luckily they've brought a good healthy squad of players here, Bangladesh, so they'll have a few reserves here for a good couple of weeks in Darwin, making the most of the trip that they've made.
So back in the action now. This one pushed away up to long on, but just a single.
Yeah, Marla obviously a clean ball striker, but doesn't seem to be pushing overly hard between the wickets at the moment. There's probably been a few now where could have run that first one a little bit harder.
Very sweep shot attempted, wrapped on the pad. Could have been, he's good, been given. Attempting to sweep there. got his leg across a fairway, but adjudged to be struck in front, and another wicket falls to Nepal, and they crash now to 5 for 86. Just look at the replay of this one.
Always hard to sweep a really full, fast delivery, and yeah, just got that leg outside the line of the ball. The ball was able to get on the inside, unable to make
on
contact.
The inside of the pad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
His knee bending back over, so another wicket down, and Airy gone. Just the 1 run off 3 balls faced.
Short stay at the crease for Aries. The score makes its way to 5 for 86, but a lot of this experience for the Nepalese will be about learning from these situations, learning from these moments. They're coming up against players with international experience, players with Big Bash experience, so this will be a big moment for a lot of their players, and it'll be much about, what they learn is how they perform.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the experience that they'll gain that's the value for them. So Gulshan Kumar Jha, the batsman at the crease now. Gone for the big swing. He could be in trouble here. It's
2 into
back-to-back LBWs. That one looked to be really plumb down on the back leg, and it's hit his back thigh in front. So gone first ball, Jha, and now Nepal in absolute strife with the innings falling apart.
We talked about learnings there, Stu, and I'm not sure that that's a high percentage play. First ball, trying to get on one knee, slog sweep over deep mid wicket for 6. Hassan's a skilled bowler, and he's paid the ultimate price there.
So last ball of the over, hat-trick ball.
You bringing the field in or a slip or anything, Stu? Are you expecting it to just stay pretty conventional?
I think they'll be pretty conventional. 2 wickets have been LBWs. You probably try something similar here as Karan makes his way to the crease. But again, a really impressive spell of bowling, Hassan. This is the last ball of his 4-over spell. 3 for 18 at the moment. It's full, pushed away on the offside, so avoided the hat-trick, but no run, and end of the over, and terrific spell of bowling. 3 for 18 from his 4 overs.
Stu, we talked earlier in the innings about the ability for spin to control the middle overs. Taking wickets and also keeping the runs down. Having a world-class spinner is so crucial for these T20 matches.
Yeah, absolutely is. You know, I think sometimes you can have good quick bowlers, but they can go for runs with with pace on the ball and off the bat. But you have to play well to score runs off good spinners.
So a lot resting with Marla here.
Just pushes that one into the offside. No run. This time he gets it through to the outfield. They're coming back for the second. The throw comes into the keeper's end. Marla might have been pretty tight in the end.
Might want to slide his bat
casual
on the next occasion. Just sort of ran through the crease there. So just want to make sure you're doing the basics right.
It's a difficult position for Marla. He's running out of partners and and needing to up the run rate at the same time, so he's Oh, he swung at that one
Just
and
on
missed
that
outside the off
point,
stump.
Stuart, I have wondered how prevalent the power surge might be for our international teams. Obviously, an initiative introduced in the Big Bash, so it's probably not front of mind for a lot of these guys.
Yeah. It's gone high this time. I think it's going to land safely straight down the ground, and just the single taken. Yeah, you're right. It's definitely part of the tactical considerations, and with the score at 6 for 89, you know, potentially it's an opportunity lost.
Yeah, Marla looks like someone who wants to strike the ball and try and hit the ball into the deep pockets. So with 2 out, that would help.
Well, this one just tickled round the corner nicely. Gets away as Raqib Hassan just affected in his gait, I think, and they come back for a comfortable 3 runs.
Looked slightly gingered, didn't he?
Yeah.
So after bowling so well in these 4 overs, doesn't want to do any more damage to make sure he's fit and firing for the rest of the campaign. Bangladesh, having dropped game 1, will need to secure a few more wins if they're to advance. Made it through to the final in last year's Top End Series before they were beaten by the Adelaide Strikers.
Yeah,
And
he's limping there. I think he might be. Is he going off the field?
Looks like some attention's coming over again. That medical department of the Bangladesh team is going to have its work cut out tonight.
Yeah, I think he's gone off the field and he's been replaced. And of course, having bowled his 4 over spell, you'd think that they could leave him off for the rest of the game. This one smashed straight back to the bowler. Did well to get a hand to it and just deflect it and just keep it to a single. He's being walked off outside the boundary round there. So I think that's probably the last we'll see of Raqib Hassan tonight in the field.
Still no power surge. We've still got 5 in the deep.
A big swing, a big edge, but there's a fielder on the boundary down here fine at 3rd man, and just the single scored off the first ball of this Ripon Mondal over. And it'll be Karan on strike. Just nudges that one down on the offside, and they come through for a pretty easy single, and gets Marla back on strike.
You just wonder whether the Nepal team management might try and run out a drink and send the message, because you just hate to see Marla hole out to a deep fielder here, still having that power surge in the bank.
Yeah, exactly right. It's certainly overdue now. Short, tried to pull it away. I think it's come off the shoulder, and good work there by the wicket keeper in Shohan.
Impressed with the pace of Ripon Mondal. He's got a few now to really beat the bat. That wicket he took earlier, skied pull shot, so he's got the ability to get the ball through.
Short and just dragged down onto the ground. No run scored. It's adjudged to be over shoulder height, so it's the one for the over. But again, a tidy over from Mondol here.
Yeah, we've talked about some of the earlier exploits of a lot of these players, and Mondol was named in the ICC team of the tournament in the 2022 Under-19 World Cup, taking 14 wickets.
This one punched into the covers, but straight to the fielder and no run. So another dot ball in the over. And yeah, Mondol obviously wanting to be out there at the end of the innings, however that happens. But the required run rate you can see there, almost up to 18 runs and over. So almost into the range of impossible tasks. Steps back, gives himself a bit of room and nudges it into the cover again. Sets off for the run. The throw comes in, but misses his partner. Karan was not interested at all in running there.
Yeah,
and
I'm not quite sure what's happened there. You would have thought that trying to keep Marla on strike and probably take that single off that last ball, but for whatever reason the non-striker turned him back halfway down.
He did. And still no sign that the power surge is going to be taken, so you must be right, Carl, that it's just something that isn't in their mind.
Left arm, Chowdhury returns to the crease. He's second over.
That one's wide, outside off stump and called wide. So a run added to the total. This one in at the body and chipped away on the leg side, looking to come back from two. This time it's Karan who was keen on the second run, and Marla standing firm in his crease at the other end sends him back. Big swing at this one outside the off stump. That's going to find the boundary out through extra cover there, and he's got a good piece of that and timed it nicely and over for a boundary, long overdue. But Marla takes his score now to 26 from 30 balls, and Nepal reach the 100 mark, 6 for 101 in the 16th over.
Marla's shown to have an incredible eye and some really strong wrists. Not much of foot movement there, but just saw the ball full and flayed it through the offside.
This one outside the off stump, lets it go. So obviously happy to wait for one that he thinks it's in his area. We'll just see the replay of that boundary. Yeah, just a short step forward straight down the pitch and smashed it away. This one's short outside the off stump, and that's well wide. Wide ball called. So Chowdhury just having a couple of problems this over. That's his second wide in this over.
I'll tell you something I am looking forward to hopefully seeing one day, Stu, is one of these international emerging players getting picked up onto a Big Bash list. And yeah, who knows if Kushal Mala, only at the age of 21, if he continues to work hard at his game, he's certainly shown that he can strike the ball cleanly.
Oh, that's gone high in the air. Fielder's coming round, but it's going to fall in between them. Fortunately for Mala, and gets away with that one and gets a single.
We've seen a glimpse of that last year with Tom O'Connell, who was the player of the match in the final, picked up a contract in the Bangladesh Premier League. So the Top End Series has shown some ability to, I guess the international nature of cricket, and that's the world we live in with the global T20 leagues now.
This one smacked straight down the ground to mid-off. Oh, a misfield here, but no damage done, just the single. Yeah, that's right, and it's the end of the over. No, it's not. Still one ball to come. But yeah, just talking to some of the players, they're just so happy to be able to get outside and play cricket in the lead into their summer season in the southern states, and you know, on quality pitches against good opposition. So it's fantastic for them. And again, wide outside the off stump and wide ball called. So third time in the over, which is helping to push that Nepal score up. Short, dragged away onto the leg side, and sliding save just forward of square leg. So that's the last ball of the over, single scored.
So we see the faithful Nepalese crowd. They've stuck around, they're supporting their team in droves. It's the first time the Nepalese national team has entered Australian shores, and it means so much. We've seen fantastic scenes from hundreds meeting them at the airport to over the last 2 nights here at DXC Arena. Fantastic support for their community. They've been singing and dancing, and it's been great entertainment, Stu.
Oh, it has. It's been absolutely magnificent. And the good thing about the series is that every team gets to play at least 6 games, isn't it? So they get plenty of opportunity to play some cricket. Their supporters get plenty of opportunity to come and watch them, support them and cheer for them, and I'm sure that for all of their 6 games they'll be fantastically supported wherever they play. Of course, both their games so far have been at this venue, but they'll get out and about from here in the days to come. It's a full pitch ball, and it's worked backward of point by Mala just for the single.
Maybe just to expand on that, Stu, the Cricket 365 product, it's a unique part of Australia, isn't it, that while the southern states of Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide are in a wet, cold winter, we can play cricket up here in the dry season of Darwin. It'll be 30 degrees every day and there's no chance of rain.
Absolutely right, and the conditions are, the ground conditions, pitch conditions are just fantastic for the players to play on. Full toss again. This one struck high in the air. It's going to go straight to the fielder there, and coming across, taking the catch is Ankon. And unfortunately for Nepal, their 7th wicket falls, and it's Karan who's gone.
We see the replay here. Low full toss, tried to clear the mid-on fielder. Just wasn't able to get the timing. Easy catch taken as Nepal lose their 7th wicket with the score on 107.
Yeah, I was saying on the call yesterday, Carl, that in years gone by, players used to make their way overseas to England to play cricket in the off-season, but the opportunities here in the top end now mean that they can stay home in Australia and play quality cricket in their off-season in our domestic competition and the other competitions that are run up here. It's a full toss and nicely tickled round the leg side. That's a boundary 4 hitting the fence right in front of us here in our commentary position, but nicely played. And Yadov off the mark straight away with the boundary.
So looking forward to Family Sunday. Bangladesh are back in action. They've got the late game again over at TIO against the Perth Scorchers. So it's looking at this moment like both of those sides will be on 1 win, 1 loss. So an important game there. Well, it doesn't get any easier for Nepal. They next come up against the Melbourne Stars, who were able to chase down a score of 227 today, with Tom Rogers scoring the first century of the tournament thus far.
Well, he batted magnificently. Power and also placement and hustle in between the wickets. A really impressive performance. And I've got a trip out to Jerry Wood Oval tomorrow, Carl, out at Fred's Pass. This one driven through the covers. No need to run this time. It's rocketed away to the fence. Forward of point out through the cover region. So Marla getting onto that full toss and timing it beautifully.
Marla finding the boundary there. Back-to-back 30s for him, so he's been able to build his innings inside the power play now. So only the 2 fielders out, so a little bit more value for shots. Can he look to maybe turn this into a 40 or even a 50 with 19 balls remaining?
Oh, just edged it onto his pads and they sneak through for a single to end the over. And Marla manages to keep the strike. We'll just see a replay of that 4 through the covers. Just textbook stuff, really.
He's looked good through the offside, hasn't he?
Yeah,
3 boundaries to memory. He had that early one off Monzol. Looks to favour that area of the ground, just giving himself some room. Just timing the ball really nicely, not trying to overhit it.
Yeah, that's right. Holds his shape nicely, elbow high, and hits through the ball.
It's going to be Chowdhury to bowl this second of the power surge. Only 2 fielders out. Looks like a deep point and deep third.
Short, swung away, just gets over mid-off and races away to the boundary. So in the power surge, a bit of a surge coming from Marla here with a couple of boundaries in quick succession.
I guess, Stu, I think we knew he had it in him, and that's kind of why we're asking, why wasn't this in the 12th or 14th over?
Exactly.
It just let it get a bit too far. But great clean hitting, strong base, good eye.
Well, this one's wide again, outside off stump, so just trying to keep it away from the hitting zones, but pushing it out too far.
It can be a hard one for the bowlers in the surge, but he's really telegraphing with his field what he's going to do here. He's got his 2 fielders, deep third and deep point, so you can almost guarantee it's going to be a wide delivery.
Again, it's wide, this time at bottom edge. But there's a fielder up inside the circle there and cuts it off, no run taken.
If Marla's sort of thinking or predicting this, he really can just step across to the offside and be really confident that that's where the ball is going to be and try and hit it back over the bowler's head like he did for the first ball of the over.
Short and Pulled away on the leg side. It gets away from the fielder at backward square. The ball's running out towards the boundary. Some pace was taken off it. And in combination, Jishan Alam gets the throw back in. And 2 runs scored. Short outside off stump, wide ball called again. So perhaps just delaying the inevitable, but just having some problems here, Chowdhury.
63 off 15 might just be out of reach, Stu, but they scored 135 in game 1, so if they could add another 10 at least, that would be a small win for the Nepal team.
Short outside off stump, swing again, wide ball again. I think he probably just about needs to try something different here now. And realistically, I don't think balls tight in on the pads have been Marla's favourites in his innings, so it might be worth something to try.
Spot on, I think, Stu. He wants the width to use that eye and clear his hands. Anything a bit tighter, he hasn't been able to get away.
This one's a bit closer in. He's skied that one out to deep mid-wicket. It's gone all the way over the boundary, out in front of his adoring Nepalese fans out there, and the kids on the ground trying to get a touch of the ball. Just fantastic to see. The drums are beating, the cymbals are clanging. It's fantastic sights here at DXC Arena.
We thought he was an outside chance 2 overs ago of maybe reaching his half century, but 46 off 40, he's really cashed in this power surge, and good on him.
Yeah. This time straight down the ground, straight over the bowler's head, and a couple of bounces and a boundary 4 this time. And still a ball to come in the over, so it's been a fruitful one for Nepal, and they have nudged up to, that goes past their score from last night, Carl.
Yep, and that does bring up the half century for Kushal Mala, so well played.
Absolutely, well deserved. This time, just smashes that one out into the covers. It's not going to get to the boundary. They're going to hustle back for the second. The throw comes in a little bit wide, and they make it easily. So a really good over for Nepal there, taking this score up to 7 for 138, aided by a number of wides from Chowdhury, and 2 overs remaining in the innings, and 49 runs required.
Just another example of Kushal maybe has some development to do with his game IQ. Taking the second there, I would have thought it would be better for the Nepalese team for him to just take the single and retain the strike for the next over.
Yeah, that's true. So instead, we've got Yadav on strike, who's got pretty healthy numbers from the 2 balls he's faced. Had that tickle down to fine leg for 4 off the first ball he faced, so gets an opportunity now. Swings hard, misses. That's a good start to the over for Bangladesh. And I don't think
Mahmood back to the crease.
I don't think there's any real danger of them losing the match from here, but they'd like to finish it off positively, I'm sure.
No, these death overs are going to be so crucial in the latter end of this tournament, so get your reps in now, practice your variations, work on your execution.
Well, just an inside edge onto the pad, and it trickles away on the offside. They get through for the single. So Mala back on strike.
out of the power surge now, so the 5 fielders will go deep. Looks like short third is up inside the ring, so that's a possible avenue to a boundary. Everywhere else well protected.
Short, pulled away, out to backward square, but only the single this time. Yeah.
Yadav plays that one down to mid-on for a single.
Yeah, so just academic now as we play out the final balls of this match, but it's been an entertaining game. Some good performances. Jishan Alam scored 71 off 44 in the Bangladesh innings. Afif Hussain 48 off 33, and of course Raqabul Hassan with 3 for 18 in this innings has been the best of the bowlers. That one gets through Marla this time, and of course Marla's innings here with currently 53 not out of 44 balls. Just needed a little bit more support. This time squeezed away behind point, and I just take the single to end the over. A tidy over from Mahmood again, and he finishes with the figures of 2 for 36 from his 4 overs. So with 1 over remaining, the score at 7 for 142. It's not going to be a win for Nepal, but they look like they're going to bat the 20 overs at least, and yeah, just lost those few wickets in the middle of the innings that really robbed them any chance of pushing to win the game.
Certainly some positives to take. None more so than the innings of Kushal Malla. He's way to 54 off 45 now, so be good to see if he can finish this last over with another boundary or 2 and some red ink. No, good.
This one full outside the off stump, driven away to the player at deep extra cover on the boundary, and they just jog through for a single. So they realise that there's no opportunity to win the game now, and perhaps looking to make sure they bat the 20 overs out, these two, as Yadav now on strike. Chowdhury just looking for some field changes here, and now on his way again. Around the wickets, a full toss outside off stump, smashed away through backward point and out to the boundary. So a good shot from Yadav, a loose ball from Chowdhury, and yeah, Chowdhury's figures go up to 44 in his 4th over. Probably not his best performance. But
some final cheers for this Nepalese crowd. They've stuck around, brought so much energy and vibrancy to this match. So
This one short into the legs and just tucked around the corner nicely. They'll push for a second here, and they're going to get that comfortably. So Yadav's looked capable with the bat in hand as he's worked his way to 13 from 7 balls. Three balls remaining. Oh, this one wide outside the off stump as Yadav gave himself some room coming down the pitch, and just inside the zone, and a fair delivery. Swung away on the leg side this time. It's going to bounce a few times out to the fielder at deep mid wicket, and I'll just jog it through for another single. So the last ball of the match coming up, it'll be Chowdhury bowling to Marla, who is currently 55 not out of 46, and that run brings up the 150 for Nepal. So something of a milestone achieved for them in this match. 7 for 150 with 1 ball remaining. So the field still being adjusted for this last ball. Short and worked over the wicket-keeper's head, goes down to the boundary for 4. A nice way to finish for Kasul Marla. It's been a quality innings from him. 59 not out off 47 balls, and just a little bit short of the target. But as you say, Carl, plenty of positives to come out of the game, I think, and I'm sure that the crowd have thoroughly enjoyed what they've seen here tonight.
Yeah, certainly some respectability to the scoreboard with some late hitting from Marla as we see his highlights. We talked on air about his ability to find the cover and offside boundary. For me, it was the spin of Rakibal Hassan that probably changed the game. Was able to take 3 for 18 off his 4 overs, and that really stifled any momentum that Nepal had in their run chase.
Yeah, that's right, and yeah, their performance in the field was pretty good. They were able to keep the pressure on the Bangladeshis after they got away to a pretty good start. But yeah, just their batting is in the 2 games, I'd say, is probably just is what's caused them to fall short, I think, in really pushing for victories.
Yeah, so 2 scores for Marla in the 2 games so far. He had a little bit of support from Shaheek, who had 28 off 24, but outside of that, it was hard to find another contribution.
Yeah, just looking at the Bangladesh scorecard there, up the top of the order, Jishan Alam 72 off 45, and Asif Hussain 48 not out with the mainstays. Of course, they had that opening partnership with Naeem Sheikh as well, so that got them off to a good start.
We've talked about the bowling from Bangladesh. Rakibal Hassan with the best of the figures, well supported by Hassan Mahmood, while Ripon Mondal also impressed with his ability to generate some pace and bounce out of this DXC wicket.
And the Nepalese scorecard there. See players getting into doubled figures at the top of the order, but unable to go on with it, and the only one that really did was the player that was not out at the end, in Kushal Marla.
So thank you for joining us at DXC Arena. We look forward to seeing you again for the remaining games in this top end T20 series.
Are you looking to hit your studies for six? Make the move to Australia's Northern Territory and start a world-class partnership where your potential can glide through boundaries and you can rack up runs in places you've never imagined. Enjoy our laid-back lifestyle and help us build what's next. When this over is over, think about getting on a good wicket and consider studying in Australia's Northern Territory. Authorised by the Northern Territory Government, Darwin.
Visiting Darwin, Australia? Make your stay a winning one at Darwin Airport Resorts. Just minutes from the airport and a short drive to the city, it's the ideal base for travellers chasing sun, culture or the cricket. With 3 comfortable hotels, 2 inviting pools and 2 on-site dining options, everything you need is right here. Relax, recharge and enjoy the top end at Darwin Airport Resorts.